So you just kind of hang out here, and you get a lot of practice in here?
Yes, I do. This is Break Time Billiards and Sports Bar in Winston Salem, and this is where I practice and I teach academies here. And Sonny is the owner of the pool room, and his son Jazz plays on the junior tour. So it's really all ages, and it's a lot of fun in here.
Okay, well, I'm anxious to get in and see what's going on.
Yeah.
They call you the GOAT, the greatest of all time when it comes to billiards, pool, snooker, 9-ball. Agree or not agree? I mean, I think with the accomplishments you've had, you have to agree with that, right?
Well, I've won a lot.
You have won a lot.
Well, I appreciate you saying that. I mean, I think, I used to play snooker for 10 years professionally. Seven world championships, Yeah,
right?
I won 7 worlds singles, 4 mixed doubles with Steve Davis, who was the greatest in the 80s. And yeah, really good run at that. And then one day I just decided I wanted to play 9-ball and try and win a world title in a different cue sport. And that's what I did. I came to America in '95 on a one-way ticket.
Yes.
And landed in Charlotte, North Carolina.
How about that?
That was my first tournament. And then another fairy tale happened then, and I've been here ever since.
Yeah, because you didn't win that tournament, but your second tournament, you won. I mean,
you've done your homework.
I know what's going on.
I finished 9th in that first tournament, but it felt like I won it because I had the same sort of prize money, and I thought, oh, this is great. I love this game. And I felt at home immediately, and my goal was to win a tournament within 6 months. And I ended up winning the second tournament that I entered, and that was within 2 weeks.
Wow.
So that was me on a roll then. I was like having the time of my life.
Oh, geez. That's 2 doggone
balls
down.
I'll take that. I'll take that any day.
Now, looking at this, I mean, 9-ball, which you're a world champion at. What is your best? Is this a good break? I mean, does this look good?
I would take this all day long because I've got a shot on the 1-ball. When you play 9-ball, you play 1 through 9. If I make a ball on the break, I stay at the table. And it just so happens I've landed perfectly on the 1-ball. 2-ball, 4-ball, 6-ball, 7-ball, 8-ball, 9-ball.
So you're getting ready to run the table on me again?
Well,
Is that what you're saying?
I would like to think I would.
And you talked about this growing up and starting at 7 years old with snooker.
Yeah.
And then you went to 9-ball.
Yeah.
But when you were young, some of your kinfolk wouldn't even let you play because you were a young lady.
I was at my cousin's wedding and I was a bridesmaid, and at the reception downstairs they had a 12-by-6-foot snooker table. My brother and my cousin said, you can do the score and you can't play. When my mum came to pick me up, I was in tears. And she said, what on earth's the matter? I said, they wouldn't let me play on the table. I was the one who could play, I thought, at 7 years old. So it was interesting.
Was it upsetting to you?
Absolutely. I was devastated.
Yeah, but you showed them, right?
I know. I came through in the end.
Yes.
Yeah.
People used to call you the Duchess of Doom. That's still your name right now.
The Duchess of Doom.
Yes, because for a while we didn't hear much. You kind of waned a little bit. Didn't hear much from you because the sport it went up when you had joined, and it was televised a lot, and then the television went away. But the sport is doing okay, you think?
It's thriving right now. What happened I came over in '95, thriving on ESPN. The women's tour was really big, and I got a lot of notoriety during that time. And in 2008, we had the market crash, and some of the casinos pulled out of the women's tour. Right. And then consequently, ESPN, we didn't have enough time to fill the slots on ESPN. We had the hours, but we couldn't fill it. So we lost a TV contract, which was quite a big deal. And so that was a bit of a trial, I think, for the women's tour. And then, it sort of waned a little bit, less tournaments. So you kind of lose a little bit of interest at that point. And then COVID has happened. So we had 2 or 3 years of dry spell, and I felt like I was a little bit retired at that point. I thought, well, I'm getting older, and the confidence went down a bit. COVID happened. I had a lot of great quality family time and really loved it and wouldn't change that for the world.
Kids as well, yes.
Absolutely. And then I just got this little spark. I thought, well, it seems like some tournaments are popping up again now. And I played in one and I did really well. I won the tournament and I partnered Shane Van Bonen and we won a doubles tournament at the same place. And I thought, I've still got it there, still got the magic. Yeah. So I thought, I'm going to start competing again. And in 2022, in January, I came second in the World Championships in 9-ball.
Wow, that's amazing.
So I was every round I was like fighting and fighting and fighting. My family were there and I said, don't expect too much, you know, I hope to do well. But it was like I had a change of my mental game. At the beginning of the year, rather than hoping I'd do well, I started to expect to do well. And I think I had a turn in my mental game. And you know, I was never really like that, but I sort of had more expectation of myself.
Yes.
And since then, I've been practicing more, putting in the effort and doing really well.
So you're back?
I would say I'm back.
And fired up. I love it, I love it.
But the difference, I would say, is I've got a little bit more work-life balance. In other words, I choose the tournaments that I want to go in. I'm not playing everything like I once was, because you could be playing every week if you wanted to. I'm not like that because I have family, and I just feel really content in my life. I'm where I need to be now.
So you go from not being allowed to play on your own snooker table by your cousin and your brother to actually winning pretty much the most, I guess, the best award that you can win coming from England, the member of the Order of the British Empire in 2022. And that must have been pretty special when you got that call.
Very, very emotional because I got the call and I couldn't tell anyone for a month. I got the call, I remember being in the kitchen at home and I couldn't tell, and I just was welling up because it was, you know, it's the icing on the cake, I think, of any career to be recognised by the royal family, you know, from your country. And
what were they like? I mean, what was the whole process like and meeting them? What did it feel like?
It was really incredible because we went to Windsor Castle. I'd never been there. Even though I grew up quite near there, I'd never been to Windsor Castle, and it was a magnificent castle in England. And I met Princess Anne, and I had my brother with me, my mother with me, and my partner with me, and it was the most surreal experience of my life. And I was just trying my best not to fall over when I curtsied. You have to practice that a few times.
Yes, yes.
Because you go up to Princess Anne, you curtsy. As you leave, you curtsy, and you know, it's quite an ordeal. Yes.
Did you say anything to her? Were you able to talk to her?
We had about a 5-minute conversation.
What'd you say?
Well, we talked about, you know, my game and playing snooker and how it was playing with men back in my era, playing pool now. And then she said, oh, you beat some of the top men in snooker. I said, yes, much like your career in equestrian. And she rolled up, she was laughing at that. She said, yes, but mine was all about the horse. And I said, I don't think so.
But there's another big deal, the World Games as well. You finally got that off your bucket list as well, right? And that was something big for you.
In 2009, I won the World Games in Kaohsiung in Taiwan. And that was the one tournament I hadn't won. And I went there sort of on my own dime. Somebody pulled out and I got a spot. I'd lost in it before that. I played it once before, but that was a real goal for me. And in order to motivate me, I think the night before the semis and final, I went to watch another sport, probably judo, karate, something like that. And I went to watch the medal title, the title match. And that kind of got me going. It was like, that's where I want to be. And you know, you start to visualize and, you know, go through the imagery of how it's going to feel and what it's going to look like if you do win that. And I got to the final game and I was playing Jasmine Ocean. And I think we were heel, and it was the last few balls. And I remember making the 8-ball and going 3 or 4 rails round for the 9. And I knew I'd hit it perfectly. And it was a tough shot. And just that whole feeling coming up and the pride and making a 9-ball to win gold was just an incredible feeling. Okay, well, let's get back to beating you now.
Oh, brother, goodness gracious.
Oh, no! That can't be. Well, over to you then, Delano.
I'm gonna have to shoot here. Oh boy.
Oh, the old hit and hope.
Don't leave, don't go back there on the table like that. Oh.
Just hit it too
I
straight.
hit it too straight on, didn't I? Well, that's the game. Well,
Oh, and she did it.
That's just not fair. It's not fair,
That's
Allison.
it. Shake hands now.
You know what? That is fantastic to be able to play against somebody like you.
Well, thank you.
And at least last time we played, I never shot. I broke and then I didn't make a ball and you ran the table on me. So at least I got a shot in this time.
Yeah, you did. You had a couple of good shots in there, and it might mean I'm sort of letting up a little bit, but I don't want to be like that, do I? Really?
No. They call you the Duchess of Doom for a reason.
That's right.
It's so good to see you after all these years and reunion, if you will. But you look happy. Anything else that you want to accomplish that you feel like you need to?
Oh, no, I'm enjoying competing. I want to do it to the best of my ability. So I'm practicing more with my friend Jim. Jim comes over and he helps, set the balls up and that helps me get in a flow. So shout out to Jim Scott, my practice buddy. I'm going to practice more with good players. I'm enjoying it. I mean, the other thing is achievements is I'm in 3 Hall of Fames.
Yes.
And I'm in the World Snooker Hall of Fame. And I'm in the WPBA, Women's Professional Billiards Hall of Fame, the BCA Billiards Congress of America Hall of Fame. I'm still hoping to get in the North Carolina Hall of Fame.
Let me just tell you which Hall of Fame I'm in. None. Allison, I'm in no Hall of Fame.
Well, we need to talk to people, don't we? We need to have a word about that. You should be.
I know.
You should be.
Well, I appreciate you taking the time out to talk. Out of all those awards, and sometimes it's hard to put, it's like picking a favorite child, I'm sure. It's hard to do, right?
You can't do that.
Is there any award that sticks out the most? What makes you the most happiest that you?
I think the MBE.
That's
Yes. Part of the reasons, my mother was there. I'm so happy that my mum's still alive that could witness that. She grew up in London. She was born in London, went through the wars at about 2 years old.
Yes.
And, Queen Elizabeth was there from her beginning, so it was just a wonderful occasion, I think, for our family and the pride in that. So definitely MBA is the icing on the cake.
That's pretty special indeed, as you are, and it's always a pleasure to talk to you. We appreciate you taking the time and look forward to doing it in another 18 years, I guess?
Well, I hope it's not that long. I'm not sure I'll be competing then, but you never know.
I know. Well, thank you so much. We're talking to Allison Fisher. It's fantastic to have you here, the greatest of all time. I don't care about Michael Jordan and all those kind of people. You're the best.
Thank you.
That's all the time we have for the Delano Little Show. We hope to see you again next time.
You need to sit up here, and I need your head about here. Lay back, relax. Do you remember that?
I vaguely remember it.
Do you want to come towards me a little bit?
Yeah, let's go that way.
Are you comfortable?
I feel okay, Allison.
So far. Now, I just want you to know that I did get a clean piece of chalk.
Good,
Relax your head on the table.
That's good. That's good news.
Okay, clean piece of chalk. Would you open your mouth, please?
Open my mouth?
We talked about dental insurance.
okay.
And I want you to grip this piece of chalk with your teeth.
Okay, all right.
Put your lips around it. I don't want any. I've seen this done before.
Okay.
All right? And you picked your favourite colour, which is orange. So I'm going to try and shoot this orange ball out of your mouth. Don't say anything, because we don't want to try and retrieve the chalk. But I'm going to make the orange in the corner pocket. Okay? Yeah! Did you see that? Did you see that?
Did you make it?
Oh, I better get that out.
Did you make it?
I did.
Oh, that's awesome.
We don't have to do it again.
Thank gosh.
London, it's so great to be here. London, oh London, I'll never